This meeting is being recorded. Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Talk About It number 9. And what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're receiving from our spaces and how to also, a little invitation to how to unhaunt our spaces.
Yes, so the secret tagline of this Zoom is, it's better that Sangeeta and I haunt you than having entities haunt you. That's, well, no one is laughing. Everything doesn't allow you to laugh at that. This is why I'm great, right, wrong, good and bad, talking about all nice short boys and beyonds. I'm forcing you to laugh.
How can you laugh, Ryan? It's very serious, you know, ghosts, unhaunting. It's serious business. Why are you making them laugh?
Oh, and Fenna has a very scary background. And you have a background with 3 entities, 3 ghosts standing behind you in the traffic light shirt. Yes. So, today we are going to talk about receiving from space, or from your space, or from whichever space. Okay, so this is something that a lot of people have never really considered as something that can either affect you or contribute to you. Okay, so has it ever occurred to you that when you go to a space, let's say okay, let me give an example. So let's say when I'm in my own space, I create with ease. When I'm with my parents, when I go to their space, I'm just like, well, in my thoughts, like, I want to do something, but no, I don't think I can, but blah, blah, blah. So, and then as soon as I left that space, my creativity is back. So with this short example, I hope you get the idea of what a space can contribute and also how it can affect you. Okay.
Also, yeah, and also, Ryan, like so many people cannot sleep well if they're not in their own space. So many people, they don't feel comfortable, even like kids, they don't feel comfortable if they're not in their own space. And even I noticed, like, how many of us also only feel comfortable to go to the loo comfortably when we're in our own space. Like, we don't even go to the loo when we're not in our own space. Everything that is, can we please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyond.
Oh, wow. Oh, now I remember something. You told me not to do clearing tonight, so that I don't give away the class. Is that still valid?
Well, I you know, it's the worst thing you can tell a humanoid is not to do something. So you are off everything. You can do whatever you want.
Good. Okay, I'm back alive now. All right. So
you can breathe now.
Whatever questions that you have about space, about changing your space, or if your space is scary, spooky, weird, dirty, smelly, yucky, because of you or because of someone else, we can change something. And what was I too direct or what? How many of you?
Because of you, you said. Because of you.
How many of you keep your space dirty, yucky, horrible? Because you never honor you. You don't care about your environment. Everything that is times a gazillion will now please destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad,
yes.
Talk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. So, okay. What did you want to say just now?
No, I was just saying that you said it because of you, and I was like, yeah. And how many of us even are willing to claim on and acknowledge that actually our energy can really contribute to a space, just us, when we are willing to be, all of us, we can change the energy of any space, whether it's ours or anyone else's.
They are not going to believe that.
Yeah.
Their belief, let me guess, oh, the environment, the space affects me. I'm powerless, I cannot change anything, I cannot affect the space. Everything that brings up, everywhere that's how you function, because everyone else around you function that way. And all the lies, all the stories they are telling you to make you, the effect of space. Will you please destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And by the way, when we do clearing, we allow you to have more space. energetically.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Also, like Ryan, how many people actually know that they can actually communicate with their space?
Can you say more about this?
So, how many of you have decided that your homes or your offices or the building that you work in or the apartment that you stay in or any space that you own, even the land, just like the earth, is something that's solid and not real, like solid, real like that, but is inanimate and so it cannot communicate to you? Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong,
Right,
good,
wrong, good,
bad,
and bad,
POD,
from the
POC.
part, online shots, boys and beyonds.
What if your spaces could actually make you money?
Say what?
What if your
Okay.
spaces actually
Yes.
make you money?
So, have you ever asked your space to make you money? Mm-hmm. Well, all of you like, oops, I forgot. Damn it. I have. So, I remember this many years ago. I met a friend that she had a spiritual center, a center with so many rooms that she can rent out for people to do classes, do sessions, and many things. And so I was asking her some questions because, from my point of view, she never took care of her place. I mean like physically, because she is always traveling everywhere. She's so rich, and then she just have a space for fun. And then I asked her like, okay,
Right.
how are you making money? Like you are not doing anything. And she just looked at me like, I asked the space to create money and take care of itself. And then the clients just came. I was like, oh, good idea.
Can I tell you what I did with my space?
Yes, please.
So I wasn't being able to find like the right help. Like anyone who would come to work for me, it would just end up really badly. Either they will not be suitable to me, or they wouldn't enjoy working, or I wouldn't enjoy them. So actually, more out of frustration, I did this. I was like, hey, house, who do you want? Get them to me. And I promise you, like after that, whoever I hired was so much fun to have in the house.
Mhm.
Ah.
Yeah. So this is actually when you are willing to receive a space, you're willing to use your awareness and to communicate with the space and create together. So even though I said affect the space, yeah, but it's more like you create together with the space to change the energy. And also everything has consciousness. Every molecule has consciousness. So your land, your house, your office, or whatever, it has its own consciousness, its own desire of who should be there, who can take care of that place the best. So the problem is we never consider that a possibility and we never ask any question.
Yeah. And we
So
do that with a lot, actually, we do that with a lot of things, right? Like, even like our space is actually talking to us all the time. Has any one of you ever had one of those days where you may have like either a lot of things to do or you may have something planned, and yet like it'll keep pinging you to clean your house, clean your cupboard, or clean your something, like some section of the house would be like totally in your awareness, because your house is actually, everything is always communicating with you. Like how many of you, like I've been like, it's happened to me so many times that I've woken up with like, oh, today I'm not going to do anything. And then I wouldn't be able to get that one part of my house out of my awareness. And then when I start cleaning it, I start like my whole world just expands. Like, or like, things like I remember I used to work in an interior design office much before Access. And I was doing something else. And like I kept seeing colors, the wall colors of my house changing. And then I just sat myself and was like, oh, house, do you want to get painted? And it was like a big yes. And when like so many conclusions I had, oh no, I'm working, who's going to do the paint? I'll have to hire these people who's going to look at it. If I tell my husband, he's going to freak out. He'll say, what's wrong with you? So much expense, everything. So I was like, okay, but the awareness was too strong for me to dismiss it. So I popped and potted all my conclusion. I went to him and I was like, hey, would it be fun to paint the house? I just asked my husband and he's like, oh my God, I was thinking about the same thing. And then, it just was so easy. Like the people who we hired had like their own helpers. We didn't have to do anything. And the worst, I mean, I wouldn't, the worst, the best thing was, I'm sure it can get better, that they actually moved everything for me, painted, cleaned it up, and put everything back. Never happened to me before. Every time I paint, I had to do everything myself. But when I asked for ease and joy, it just changed everything. It was so easy.
So, and so all of you, how many of you actually perceive and you hear your space, your house, your environment talking to you, and you just keep pretending you cannot hear them because you believe you're dumb? Oh, did I say that out loud?
Dismiss it. Yeah, you did.
But you didn't hear the last part, okay? Okay. So I mean, okay, let me do it the nice way. Okay, so how many of you, your space, your environment, have been talking to you, whispering at you?
Everywhere.
And
wait. Let's start clearing that first. Everywhere you've decided you're dumb. Let's destroy it and create it all.
right, wrong, good and bad, talk about online shows for audience.
Yeah. Now we can clear the space.
I need to control myself tonight. Okay, I don't know what's going on with me. I lost my filter.
No,
I just
missing the bad cop. Can you please not control yourself? I've actually genuinely been missing the bad cop. The last few calls, you've been so nice, Ryan. You can't have two nice cops on this call.
Well, that's fair. Sometimes some calls we had two bad cops, so we need to make it even.
I was listening to all our calls. There have never been a call where we both have been bad.
Okay, all right. Okay, so how many of you, your space, your environment has been whispering at you, telling you things, trying to contribute to you, but you have been ignoring, pretending they don't speak? But the underlying point of view is because you believe you are dumb. Everything that is times a gazillion will now destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and talk, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. I'm not sure if people like it or they hate it when I say it because you are dumb.
Well, we can ask them, guys, how many of you like it when Ryan calls you dumb? And how many of you don't like it if Ryan calls you dumb? Those who like it when Ryan calls you dumb, he'll call you dumb again. But those of you who don't like it that Ryan calls you dumb, I'm sorry, but he's going to call you dumb again.
Well, please know, it's not that I have a point of view, you are dumb. I'm just reading this from your mind. You have this energy, and I don't care if you hate it, but I rather to bring it out of your space so that we can clear it. I need to defend myself now. Okay. So
also, like,
how many
times? Sorry, can we just run that again?
Yeah. So how many of you have your house, your space, your environment, your workplace whispering at you, talking to you, trying so hard to contribute to you, but you keep ignoring? You pretend you don't hear them because your underlying point of view is you are dumb. See, whenever I said because you are dumb, it always triggers a lot more stuff. Everything that is done, will now please destroy and credit all dumb dumb.
Yes.
Oops. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and girls.
So what it brings to me actually, Ryan, is how many of us think like we are the solo player in our life, and we think that we own our house, we own our car, so we have to be the ones taking care of it. We have to be the ones responsible for it, and we have to look into every detail. What if these things that we've decided we own can actually take care of themselves? Because like you said, you started the call with everything has a consciousness of its own. So if everything has a consciousness of its own, it has a capacity to contribute. Now the question is, like Ryan said, are you pretending to be dumb and not listening? Or do you think that everything else is dumb and therefore you have to direct it all the time? Everything that is, can you please destroy and create it all?
Right, wrong, good and bad, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. No, let me do it my way. Let me do it my way with the dumb word. So everywhere that you are so fucking dumb that you try to take care of everyone and everything and never let anyone or anything take care of you and themselves, so that you have to keep working hard, will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, I will try to use the dumb word in every clearing tonight. Okay.
I love it when you play the, I was going to say the dumb cop, but the bad cop. See, this is so much more fun, Ryan. This is so you. Like, let's do it. Let's dumb on.
Okay, let's move on from this. Okay, and when there is another energy that I can clear, I will use the dumb word again. Okay.
Okay, so, cool. So but that was a great clear. No, but that's a great clearing. Like, how many of us have decided that we have to take care of everything, and that nothing can take care of us, and we won't even receive from anything else that even desires to take care of us? Can we please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right,
wrong, good, bad. Right, wrong, good, and bad, pocket and pot, all night short, right, wrong, good, all night short, and beyonds.
Oh, but that brings me to this point that just because your house and your cars and your office and your money does not talk to you.
Wait. I just meet someone. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Continue.
Does not talk to you the way you talk to them. Does not talk to you the way you talk. You decided that they are dumb. Dumb. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad.
All night shows by some youngs.
I think we titled this place, this call wrong. It should have been called Dumb.
Dumb. Be the dumb you truly be, and enjoy your dumb space. So so whatever you just did just now, the clearing, let me do it my way, my variation with the dumb word. So everywhere that you are so dumb that you expect people to communicate the way you want them to communicate, but that's not possible because they are also dumb. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, pocket pot, all nine shots, voice and beyonds.
So this class that we are doing, the clearing houses A to Z, Ryan, like when I did it the first time, what I took away from it was, of course, to be able to clear the spaces that required the clearing and everything, but also the ability to actually communicate to the molecules of your space. Which for me was the greatest takeaway, because it was almost like then it was possible to speak to the molecules of everything.
Yeah.
Everything was made of molecules and energy. So I stopped being dumb after all.
Ah, cool. And tonight everyone is like a bit quiet. I think because they are so afraid that I will tell them they are dumb, I think. So please know I will not do that to you. I love you too much to call you dumb.
Yeah.
I'm so terrible as a liar, okay? When I say that, no one believes me.
Try saying it a little more convincingly, Ryan.
Oh well, I'm too dumb to do that. So, you know, if you want to be a liar, you cannot be dumb. People that are so stupid, they cannot lie. They don't know how to lie. Okay, so only people that are really smart, they know how to lie. Okay. So
now you've confused us even more. Like, is it good to be dumb or is it not good to be dumb?
Well, you are not dumb, but you just somehow you buy into too many points of view from dumb people. Okay, so only people that are dumb, they will project that at you. Okay, so how many points of view, how many judgments have you bought from stupid and dumb people to believe you are stupid and dumb, but actually you perceive their stupidity and their dumbness? Yeah. Everything that is times a godzillion will now destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all nine shots, voice and beyonds. Wow, I think this is the first clearing of tonight that people actually receive me, because I'm not saying they are dumb. They buy dumbness from other people and they're like, yes, finally.
Yes. And how much is it considered, like, when was the last time you thought that, like, you know, I grew up watching these cartoons and these movies where the car could talk. I don't know if anybody watched the movie, the Herbie, the talking car. It was like really famous, I think in the 70s or the 80s. I'm not sure. I think in the 80s. It was so famous. And I always dreamt of having a car like Herbie. So when I got my first car, I really like believed that she was Herbie, like to be very honest, and I spoke to it all the time. But I cannot tell you the way it's like communicated back to me. Whenever like if she knew that I was going to get into trouble, she wouldn't start. I wouldn't get to that place if it was not going to be good for me. It's insane. And the minute I'll change my mind and I'll say, okay, maybe I shouldn't go there, I just had to like start it once and it would start. My car just became my best friend because I was willing to like just talk to my car all the time. And honestly, I know I might sound crazy, but I think secretly when like my car drives between two cars, it actually shrinks and expands accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds a little crazy. Maybe it's just in my head, but I believe that it's true. So is
Well, you are
talking to
crazy.
I
You
am
just
crazy
have to
actually.
admit that.
I do. I totally acknowledge that. So we do have some questions on the chat.
Yes.
Maybe we can take that and yeah.
Okay, so let me read the first one. So Samantha is asking, can we clear someone else's place, like my brother's shop? Somehow I perceive it's dirty and there's a lot of entities. So do you want to take this?
No, I'm going to give you the pleasure of taking this. You know
So,
that deal we have without giving the class away. You get to talk.
so how dumb are you trying to make you be? To always try to take care of other people's places and spaces while you can't even take care of your own space. Everything that is times a godzillion, will not destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, park and pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. I have been consistently using the dumb word in every clearing tonight. I'm going to keep the record until the end. So, so okay, that's my answer. And now you can do the good cop part. Okay. Oh, Sankita just disappeared.
I'm here. I just wanted to get my earphones.
Oh yeah,
So
and you're
Samantha,
louder now.
because Ryan knows you, he's just being nasty and mean. But if I could
Ask you a question, it would be like, can your brother even receive that from you? Like you've decided it's dirty. Does your brother think it's dirty? Does he even want his space cleaned?
Oh, and how many of you try to change other people and try to change other people's place to prove you're not dumb? Everything that is, because if you can change them, that means you are great, you are superior, you are powerful, you are not dumb. But how many dumbness from you are you using to be that? Everything that is times a gazillion, will not destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talking about all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
Cool. So before Samantha, I hope that helped. And what would it take for you to stop being dumb? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy it and create it? Do you think after this call there'll be people like who are gonna chase us down the road to like sort of kill us or something? Everything that is yes, we do have like a question before Samantha's from someone called Selvi. Hi Selvi. I have the same problem. The person who helped in my house just keep changing many reasons. So what should I do? Just ask my house to find the person. Well, actually, Selvi, to be honest, there is a lot of things that you can do, but including your house, because if that help is going to be the one taking care of your house, you've got to include your house in the ask. So what I did was I actually asked my house, okay, can you show me who can contribute to you? So maybe you can start with that. Who can contribute to you and who would like to take care of you? Better than me. Better than me. Don't forget that. Who would like to take care of you better than I would? Because I am a control freak of magnitude and I can do everything the best. So if someone comes to my place to work for me and they can't do it as good as me, oh, no way. I will chew them up alive. So for sure, I will kick them out. So, and I will create a problem. So I learned to ask better than me, who can take care or do this job better than me.
Or you can ask like, ask for someone not as dumb as you are.
Oh my
Maybe
God, Ryan, oh my God, that was mic drop, mic drop. Mic drop, my friend. That was so good. Okay, how does it get any better than this? And what else is possible? Totally.
Okay.
So
you have two variations. Okay, ask for someone that's better than you or someone not as dumb as you are. Choose which one you like. Okay. Okay. So.
How does it get any better than this, and what else is possible? I hope that helps, Selvi. And we have so many questions now. I'm so glad. Please keep sending us questions. We'll keep replying. We also have Ira who wanted to ask a live question. Like she wanted to come on. So should we take her question first?
Yeah, Ira, go ahead.
Come on, Ira.
You can jump queue, Ira. Jump queue.
Okay, my question is like, for example, in my house, there are like several people living here. So whose energy like creating the space? Is it my energy, my parents' energy? How do I work that out?
I want to ask one question before I hand the mic to the bad cop. I'm feeling a little evil.
Okay.
So Ira, I have a question for you. So, and I'm only asking you this because I'm guilty of having done the same thing. Do you consider this house yours or your parents'?
It's my parents, but I have my own quarter.
Okay, cool. So when we are not willing to like acknowledge, I can give you my example, and I don't know if that is what you are doing. So for a very long time, I considered my husband's business as his business, not our business, not my business. And as long as I did that, there was nothing I could do to contribute to it, and the business couldn't contribute to me. So all the separation you are doing with the house, as I have my space and they have their space, instead of willing to look at it as, you know, your space, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because if you're willing to look at it as your space, then you can be the one that affects the entire space.
Okay, cool.
Cool, and the entire space, not just your quarter.
I can't wait. I can't wait. When
okay,
is it my turn to speak?
Now.
Okay.
Uh-oh, trouble. Trouble already.
No, I will be kind. Trust me, I will be kind. So how many of you know you are the most capable one, you are the most aware one, you are the most powerful, most potent one, most conscious one in the environment or in the workplace or in the family, but you try to be so dumb, you let those dumb people to be in charge instead of you. And then all you can do is complain. Ooh. Everything that is that like God's will now destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Please don't. I really don't have a point of view. I really don't have a point of view. You are dumb, but we make ourselves so dumb so that our brilliance can never be seen, and we let those dumb people to control everything and destroy everything, and all we can do is complain. Bullshit. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Now I'll back to be nice.
Okay. You like my answer? It was such a beautiful clearing. Can you please do it once more for all of us here, please? Like I request you.
Let me see if I can remember. So how many of you know
I know, I can start for you.
Yeah. You are the most potent, most powerful, most conscious, most aware, most kind and caring one. But you make you so dumb, and you let those real dumb people to be in charge and control everything and destroy everything, and all you can do is complain. Everything that is times a gazillion, we're gonna destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pug and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I feel so good tonight to keep using the dumb word.
Okay, I have another question.
Be prepared, okay? The next one might not be as good as the previous one.
I know, Ryan. I'm not worried. You're mean.
Okay. You say it like it's the best thing in the world. I love it. It rolls off your tongue.
No?
That's an acknowledgement, okay?
Totally.
Okay, what is your point of view about Feng Shui? Like a lot of Chinese people, create their space and their house according to the Feng Shui point of view that, oh, you should put this in that because this is where the good energy. So what are your point of view about that?
Should I answer that, Sangeeta?
Tonight, this is totally your questions because you come from the land of Feng Shui. You know, I went to Malaysia to learn Feng Shui.
Oh, is
Okay.
it bullshit?
I actually went to Malaysia to learn Feng Shui.
Oh,
Oh,
you did?
Sangeeta. Is
Yeah.
it Joy Yak?
Yeah, I went. No, I learned it from Yap Cheng Ha. Yap Cheng.
Oh, me too.
So, yeah.
So,
So
how many points of view are you using to believe you're so dumb that you don't have your own awareness to do things right, that you need to buy other people's bullshit, whether it's feng shui or whatever shit? So you have awareness, actually. I don't believe in any of those things. I don't give a fuck. I have a great life. So many people that I know, not all, but so many people that I know, they try to have the right feng shui and their whole life is a mess. And they keep believing that. So they believe in the lie and they defend for the lie and they keep practicing the lie. Hopefully one day the lie will turn into go into something true. Bull fucking shit. So
yeah, and it's not just Feng Shui. It's also, and it's not just in your country, Ira. We also have it in India. It's called Vastu, and I've seen people spend so much money. My own family spends so much money. We've like literally deconstructed our water tanks and placed them somewhere else, but nothing changed.
Yes, I've seen that a lot too.
Yeah.
yeah, see, this is the real thing. See, you said you have seen it a lot, but you still at the same time want to believe it's true. You
No,
keep
see,
believing
this is
something
a
else.
question that I have.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, the guy Joy Yap, he's like really like a big millionaire in Malaysia. You know this guy, right?
Yeah.
He was able to sell all his program and people pay millions. Like, it's crazy. So how can he get away with that?
Don't buy into anyone's bullshit. As simple as that.
But I do want to mention something else, though. I do want to mention something. I have also known people for whom it's worked really, really well. But I think it is just your point of view that creates your reality. If you believe that giving the power to something outside of you is what will create your life, then I think for a bit it will. You know? So like people who believe in astrology, people who believe, but the thing is, you use those things, except the danger is that you are never in control of anything.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm just
So yeah. So
sorry,
you'll just have to keep going back to this guy or to the astrologer or to the Vastu guy or to another Feng Shui person for every problem, right? It's not something that you can deal with on your own. So yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay,
he
so
makes millions.
Because he doesn't have a point of view about taking money from all those people who want his program.
No. You shouldn't say it this way. You should say he has no point of view of taking money from dumb people.
Money.
Yes, exactly.
Okay then.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
You're
I have
so
something.
welcome.
Okay, I have something for real to mention here. Okay, so long time ago. Okay, so people do feng shui to create harmony in their space. So it's something that has something to do with awareness. So let's say you look at something, you ask that item, hey, where should I put you? So maybe you put something at near the door or maybe to the east or to the west. It's from awareness. Every item, every object in your house, you can ask, hey, where do you belong? Where do you want to be? And when you put the item at the place where it itself want to be, it creates this sense of harmony. So it's something from awareness at first. But now it becomes a rules and regulation. You should do this and this and this and this to get this result. So it becomes something that replaces awareness, and we forget about the value and the importance of awareness. And that's how we become so dumb. And those people that have no point of view of taking dumb people money can take our money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thank you so much, Ryan, for bringing that, because even like in olden days, like much before everything became so commercialized, people would follow awareness and the earth's awareness to also build houses only in places where it would contribute the most. There were like landlines and grids that they would respect. Like there were places where there were portals where they will not build homes. But I think because of commercialization, a lot of this has got lost. A lot of awareness has been given up in the name of commercialization. And then we create the junk and the funk, and then we wonder why, stupid, dumb things happen to us. Everything that is and everything that brought up or let down, can we please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyond. The other thing that I loved that Ryan said was asking everything where it would like to be placed. Because that's one of the most beautiful way of actually communicating with your spaces. Like when you ask your space, like, what would you like and where would you like it? It's like the contribution that that space can be and what shows up as your space is like way beyond what you can even imagine. Okay, I'm done.
I'm done as well.
Cool. So can we talk to you guys? Are there any more questions? Can we talk to them about our class now or about this class? I mean, not necessarily our class.
Yeah, Sangeeta, I have a question.
Yes, please.
This is Dr. Deepti Patil.
Hi,
Sangeeta, many a times now I have seen this in my house. As much as I declutter it, I end up putting more things in my house. Means if I throw out something, something has to come, and it is very hard to declutter my house. It is still messed up. Like you will find everything hanging out. Though it is a very big house, it's not where it's not maintained anyhow, and I have everything in very shaggy way, and I don't like that. You know.
cool. Ryan, I'm
I'm
looking at you.
I'm trying to formulate the sentences or questions with the dumb word, so give me some time.
Okay.
Receiving.
Okay. Deepti, I'm sorry in advance for putting you in the line of fire.
Okay.
It's my job when Ryan becomes bad cop to like put disclaimers like this.
You know, I will love to receive everything because I'm just looking for a change now.
Okay, Ryan, she just gave you permission to shoot. Go!
All right, now I'm good. So my question for you is, so Truth, would you allow you to have space? That's my question for you. Yes or no? First answer. Would you allow you to have space?
Yeah.
Okay, when you say yeah, is it light or is it heavy?
It's very light now.
You are such a liar.
Okay. How uncomfortable are you when you have too much space?
Yeah, I'll have to clean a lot then.
Okay, cool. That's your point of view, that if you have too much space, you have to clean a lot. Can
Yeah,
you please
you have
destroy
to maintain a lot.
Can you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, 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 all nine, shots, boys, and beyond. So when you have space even in your life, how much do you fill it up with food, dumb things? Food, awesome, great. Everywhere space makes you uncomfortable. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, 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 all nine, shots, boys, and beyond. Sorry, Ryan.
No, I'm fine. I'm good.
Did you come up with more dumb stuff?
Not yet, but I have normal stuff for now. So most people, we don't grow up with a lot of space around us, and most people are not used to and are not familiar with space. So when you have more space, you try to put a lot of crap to fill it up. And I don't mean just like our environment, even with our own body. When you, like, so many people are overeating to stuff themselves to remove space. So we have this, a lot of us, we have this pattern to like destroy space, so that, and then we feel normal. Without space, you feel more normal. Okay. So everything that brings up everywhere that see, I'm trying to use the dumb word. So how dumb have we made us to not enjoy space anymore? Everything there is times a gazillion. Will now please destroy and create all.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
wrong, good and bad, hug and pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How dumb have we all made us to not enjoy space anymore? Everything there is times a gazillion. Zillion will now destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. How dumb have we all made us to be to not enjoy space anymore? Well, you are secretly wishing you have space, but whenever you have space, you destroy it. Everything that is times a gazillion will now destroy and create it all.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, that changed something. Whew.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, Deepti, what do you love about hoarding?
So that you can be like your mom.
Oh, not like that. It is, I have been forced to keep these things by my in-laws. They feel very happy to save all the cluttered things again. If I throw it, they'll bring it inside.
Okay. So, what energy, space, consciousness, and choice are you being that allows this to stay, to be this way, for them to keep bringing it in?
Something is changed. You
Cool.
know what? I am not sensing anything in my hands now.
You're not sensing anything in your hand? Like,
Yeah,
as in,
there is tingling numbness.
there's numbness. Cool. Is that space?
Yeah.
Cool. So will you let it, would you, instead of stopping it, would you amp it up? Like, would you have more of it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh
Everywhere you
God,
can't
this is
breathe, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all 9, shots, boys, and beyonds. So what have you made so vital, valuable, and real about intensity and density that you will not never choose ease and lightness for yourself?
Ease, lightness, and space.
Ease, lightness, and space. Everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9, shots, boys, and oh, okay. So truth, how many point of views do you have that you mean nothing? That you are nothing?
Yeah, secretly I'm having many.
Okay, everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes, please.
So what have you made so vital, valuable, and real about believing that you are nothing that keeps you holding on to everything, even if it doesn't contribute to you? Everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9, shots, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere you believe that if you're dense and intense and heavy and full, then you are real and can be seen and you mean something. Everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes, please. This is so true.
So everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9, shots, boys, and beyonds. Okay. So, guys, it's really cool,
Thank you.
but you are so welcome, Dipti, but it's really, really cool because it's the way we are with us, it gets reflected in our space and in everything in our life. And the other way around too, when we allow our space, like how many times just cleaning my house has made me feel physically better? And how many times has like actually like, when something is like pinging at you, ping, 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 especially when your space is pinging at you. And when you are willing to look at it, you can breathe, you have more space, like because you're willing to look at it. So maybe Ryan's first clearing needs to be done again. Like everywhere, everything is always talking to you, but you pretend that you're so dumb that you cannot hear it and you dismiss it. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9, shots, boys, and beyonds. Ryan, before you say anything, we have one question from Nats. She's saying, isn't judging, isn't it a judgment?
I saw that.
I know. So
Of
do you
course,
want
I'm
me?
judging. I'm so judgmental. Which part of that do you not get?
I was gonna say, do you want me to defend you, or are you gonna defend yourself?
You do. I'm interested to see how you defend for me.
Well, actually, Nats, we are purposely using the word dumb because secretly a lot of us judge ourselves for being dumb. So we are only just picking up things from most people's head. It may not be true for you, and you don't have to buy that as real and true. But most people, if somebody assumes, if I assume I cannot talk to someone or something, I'll automatically assume that I'm dumb, because that is what is being projected at us all this while. So when Ryan says you're dumb, it triggers a belief I have of myself. And every time we run the clearing, that starts getting lighter and lighter. So we're actually not judging you. We're just giving you a veggie to look at where are you judging you. But if you got offended, we don't mind making money out of that.
Hi, I just unmute myself. Sorry.
So am I still a judgmental person, or am I now?
No. I'm not.
guilty anymore?
I'm not offended like that, but I just want to get a clarity. That's all.
I know.
So,
I know.
you know, I know, Nat. We're joking, because I don't know whose question you also picked up, Nat. I'm sure there's a lot of people here who may be thinking like that. You were just brave enough to ask us aloud. So
I'm sorry. I'm not being offended. It's just like when you say dumb, it feels heavy. So I'm asking, like, isn't it like judging by calling?
Yes.
Not calling
and
people or whatsoever.
Yes, it is a judgment, and you felt heavy, which means you got an awareness that dumb is if it's heavy, it's
I don't know.
It's real.
That's if it's heavy, it's
real.
It's a lie. You're right. But how many people stick themselves with this lie?
Yeah.
How many people do you know who think they're dumb?
But again, there are people who being, what do you call it? Like being dumb. I don't know. I mean, they believe it, so they feel like it's what they believe, right?
Okay.
So I don't know. It's just I'm just trying to get a clarity. That's all. I'm not being offended.
So,
I'm just asking.
Let me defend myself. Okay, finally I'm willing to.
You don't have to defend yourself, right?
For myself. All right. So dumb
You're just
is
pulling your
not.
leg.
Dumb is not okay. Most of us, we believe that if we say something negative, that's a judgment. No, that's not true. If you see someone really being dumb and you say that person is dumb, that could be just an acknowledgement. Okay, so it's acknowledging what you're aware of. And I purposely used the dumb word here. At first, it was a joke, but then after that, I find it quite funny. At the same time, it really triggered a lot of energy. So I keep using it to help clear all this energy that where we made ourselves dumb. So dumb means like make you like unaware. You make you buy into other people's belief. So, but if I use the nice word like unaware, everywhere that you make you unaware to believe other people's bullshit, or if I compare that to everywhere that you make you so dumb so that you have to believe other people's bullshit, will please destroy and create. And then it triggers a lot more stuff. But it's the same meaning. So for that reason, I use this strong word that triggers so many hatred, resistance, judgments, try to pretend not to be what secretly believing you are, and so on and so forth. So
okay, I got it.
That's why I use that.
Okay, I got it.
Yay, I'm not guilty now. I'm not guilty now. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Also,
I'm not trying to judge you or trying to be.
I know.
No, we know that. We know that, Nats. And in fact, I wanted to thank you because I'm sure so many people had the same question, but you were brave enough to ask us that question. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
We truly thank you.
Thank you. Also, there are a couple of questions here as to like how to receive from my space. Is it because of entities that I cannot receive from my space? It's never because of anything else that you cannot receive from your space. It's because you're unwilling to receive that you cannot receive from your space. That's the only reason that you cannot receive from your space. You can make it about everything. And Ryan and me love to say this in all entity-related calls, that entities are never the problem. You are.
Dumb people are.
It's the way. Dumb people are the problems. It's your point of views about them. It's your unwillingness to acknowledge them, receive them, work with them that creates the problem. It's never the entities that are the problem. They cannot create the problem for you. Okay. Cool.
So how many of you make you so dumb or believe you are dumb to allow you to be the effect of other people or other entities? So someone
Everything
else or
that
something
is.
else always can create a problem for you. Everything that is times a gazillion, will now please destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad,
Yes.
talking about online short sports and beyonds.
Also, I really wanted to say that, you know, when like there's also another question that properties are not going on rent. You cannot put them on rent. You need to talk to your house. You need to ask your house, who would it like to own? And yes, sometimes there could be entities or beings without bodies in the house that do not allow the place to go on rent because the energy of the place is not like as spacious, and clearing those entities can actually help.
True story.
Okay. Cool.
So,
So Ryan, what are we doing? Like, why are we talking about space and why are we inviting
so
everybody?
I need to hide myself, and then I keep talking so that you can see my background. There's this thing called the house and space clearing from A to Z. Okay, so on June 1st, this will be the very first time Sangeeta and I together doing this class. So each of us have been doing this class by ourselves many times, and we love this topic. And as you can see, Sangeeta and I, we both have our weird sense of humor in a very different way. And we kind of complement each other very well at the same time. So this is a very rare opportunity that for the price of one class, you get the brilliance. I'm shamelessly calling myself and Sangeeta's brilliance, okay, in one
I've
class.
received that completely.
Yes, and so last month, and Sangeeta and I, we did Talk to the Entities online class together, and I so enjoyed that. I learned so much from Sangeeta, and Sangeeta learned so much from me as well. So
Absolutely.
this is a rare opportunity, and this is a class that you will learn so many things. You learn how to clear entities, clear the yucky energy. So there are a lot of yucky energy have nothing to do with entities. Okay, people always put their attention only on entities. Even though you clear all the entities, it might not solve the problem. Okay, it might be something else. And of course, you learn to receive from your space. Let the space contribute to you. You learn how to talk to the space. Maybe to help find the next owner so that you can sell it, or maybe to change the energy of that space. And you also learn how not to be the effect of a space, but you change the space. Everywhere that I go, I always change the space, and I don't need to do anything. Just me being there, the space change. This is the energy ID that I'm bringing to this class.
Yes. And honestly, like when I did my Talk to the Entities class, I did Talk to these beginning like 2 or 3 times before I did the house clearing. And I actually went thinking like, why am I doing the house clearing? I already learned all the tools in Talk to the Entities class. But this was a totally whole new ball game because there were so many tools that weren't there in the Talk to the Entities beginning class. And using the tools of TTT beginning very, very specifically for your houses is very different from the general tools that we receive from the Talk to the Entities class. Plus, there are lots of tools, like Ryan said, not everything is about, when you're dealing with houses, everything is not about entities. There are a lot of other energies that you get to clear, but obviously it wouldn't be fair if we give that to you here. You'll probably have to come to our class to receive that. So I'm not going to say any more about that. I will second what Ryan said. The biggest takeaway from me was the ability to change any space that I was in. And that is like a true gift. I recently did, and after this class, let me tell you guys, after this class, you can clear houses and places and lands for other people and actually charge them money. I recently just did a house clearing for someone from a distance, and everything's kind of looking up for them. Like they were not getting buyers, now they have buyers. Now they have choices between which buyer they want to give the house to, who's paying them more, and like so many other things just change in their life because of, you know, being able to clear those stuck energies. And I can tell you very little was to do with entities. Yeah. Also, this class is an intro class. So if you're planning to do a Talk to the Entities ever now or in the future, this class also certifies as your Talk to the Entities intro class.
And by the way, even though it's called an intro, you know I'm terrible at doing intro. I give you everything in the intro.
Me too. I also give you everything in the intro. I'm like very badly known for that. We don't know how to hold back. In fact, this call has been the hardest for Ryan and me because we want to give you everything here, but then we'll probably not have anyone come to our class, right? Not a good
And
idea.
I promise I will not call you dumb in the actual class. I promise.
Okay, so it's on June 1st and it's an evening class. It's happening at 7 p.m. India time, I think. 7 or 8.
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
And we'll give you the time. It's there behind you. If you'll just do this, I can see.
Can you see?
No, you have to speak for me to see. Yeah, it's 8
Yeah,
p.m.
yeah.
India time and 9:30 Indonesia time. I don't know
And
what time.
10:30 Malaysia, Singapore, China, Taiwan, wherever else. So
You are, and it's going to be, we say it's a 2-hour class, but of course, you know Ryan and me, so we will see where this goes. And we promise you'll have a good time. And we are going to have a good time anyway.
Wait. Sankita promised you have a good time, not me. You shouldn't say we. Okay, I didn't promise anything. Yes, okay, just to be clear.
I promise I'm going to have a good time.
Yes. And if you care about money and you think this class has nothing to do with money, you are wrong. Okay, when your place change, money comes easily, way easier. The first time I did this class, it was at a like a spiritual center, a different one than the story that I gave you just now. And after I did the class there, so I ran one of their room to do my class. After I finished the class, my friend told me that place, they have way more businesses. People keep coming to buy things, to attend classes and rent the place. So I paid them and to change their energy, and they make more money after that. Terrible. So
Terrible. Really terrible.
So, well, I have a lot more stories like this, and you'll learn how to be that for yourself. Okay, so...
we do have 2 more questions, Ryan. Can we quickly take that? Or should we
well, if you take it, I have to follow. If you don't, I don't. You are in charge.
Oh, God, I love it. So Helen Tan asked, how can we ask the home or office I desire to show up with ease? Exactly the way you asked me. Ask for a home or an office that will truly contribute to you to show up with ease. And then let it show up. Wow, I just became the bad cop, didn't I?
So how many of you make it so dumb, you only ask and you never want to receive. So you ask and you never show up and you wonder what's wrong. Everything that is times a gazillion will not destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay.
Woo! I think that's a great note to end on.
Yes. Remember, ask and receive. Don't ask and stop there. Okay. So thank you, everyone. I have a great time tonight. As I said, because I use so much dumb word, I'm so happy. So.
Yes,
right.
I do. I'm sorry, before we go off, I just want to reiterate that because that question popped again, that yes, after this course, you can clear any space and you can charge for it. So you can make money out of this class. And please ask, if you join this class, will it make you more money? If it's light for you, join us, get in touch with Ryan, get in touch with me. You can get in touch, for those who are in India, you can get in touch with Priya Paul. She's here on the call as well. And for everyone else, you can get in touch with Fenna. She's here on the call as well. Everybody knows Fenna. If you don't know Fenna, Fenna will get in touch with you. Fenna knows everything.
She will haunt you, okay? She will come to you in your dream and give you the information to attend the class.
Yeah, and Priya and Fenna are both tagged on all our posts across Facebook and even the ones that I've shared in WhatsApp. So you'll have all the numbers wherever you are. Cool, guys. Thank you so much.
Or maybe you don't make more money.
Sorry, Ryan. One very important information. There is no prerequisite for this class. You don't have to have any background in entities. You don't have to have done any entity class. We will take care of that. So you just, if it's light for you, just hop on. Just get in touch with one of our hosts and just come and leave the rest to us. Thank you. Now you can go.
I just want to add one last joke. You may not make more money, but you will save more money because you don't have to pay those people that take your money.
Like the
We'll sell it for
astrologers
free.
and the Vastu and the Feng
Yes.
Shui guys. Yes, that's a promise. You will not need to go to them.
So you either
Everything-
save money or you make more money or both. All right. So thank you,
Oh my
everyone.
God, it's a
of course,
win-win. Like either
we-
ways you win.
Yes, we hope to see you in class.
Oh my God, that means we are dumb, Ryan. How can we have a class where everywhere they win? So dumb. You are so
What?
dumb.
Yes.
You and me
I am.
are so dumb.
Yes, I am. I totally got
Because
that.
we are facilitating a class where everybody wins. What the hell?
Oh.
Oh.
All right. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you,
for
Ryan.
joining me. Thank you, Sangeeta, and thank you, all the hosts.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.